Hi everyone, David MacDonald here from Vitality Fitness Calgary. You're tuning into another episode of Q&A Thursday, where you ask us your questions and we give you answers. This week we got a question from Chris, and Chris asked, how do I stay motivated when I'm sick and I can't work out? So this is something that obviously can have the potential to push you off track with your health and fitness. When we fall ill, we get a head cold, we get the flu, when we get sick. So yeah, it's definitely hard to regain that motivation when you become sick and maybe you have to stay away from the gym for a couple of weeks, or if it's very serious, maybe even a month. So how do you stay motivated in that respect? A couple of things I would recommend is it's really going to depend on how sick you are. But if you are, you have a head cold or you're feeling a little bit under the weather, incorporate some lighter activity into your routine so you're still keeping the habit of keeping active and exercising. So you might not be able to go to the gym and have an intense workout, but you might be able to go for a walk, a walk in the park, a walk around the block, maybe a walk on the treadmill at home. But at least you're doing something, you're staying in the routine and you're staying in the habit of working out. Building habits are very difficult, breaking habits are very easy. So even if you're staying habitual with your exercise, it might not be the type of exercise or the intensity that you like. If you're staying habitual with it, then you're less likely to fall off the wagon and become demotivated and just stop working out altogether, which can happen if you're sick and you've been away from the workout scene for a while. So that would be the first thing. The other thing you could also do for low intensity work is you could do some light core work. Some light planking or side planking, just something where you're staying active and you're staying in the routine and the habit of working out. So that would be the first thing, is how sick are you? Do you have a head cold? Are you feeling a little bit under the weather? Working out is still fine in that respect, provided that you're not, in bed with the flu. Now, if it's more serious, where you're in bed with the flu, you have a massive headache and a head cold, if you've been hospitalized because of the flu or some other illness, you're not going to be able to work out. You need to recover. You need to rest. What I would do, though, is I would put a plan together for when you do come back, when you are able to make it back. So, while you are sick, have a plan in place that by such and such a date, this is what you're going to do to get back into your routine. Okay, if you don't have a plan for after, then you're more likely to stay in the habits that you've been in for the last couple of weeks. So, lounging or sleeping or staying in bed, okay, and not working out. So have a plan in place for when you are ready to come back. Maybe you schedule in a training session with a friend. Maybe you schedule in a class. Maybe you schedule in to meet up with your trainer for a one-on-one session, or just schedule in to meet with that person. Maybe you schedule in to meet with them to kind of kickstart and reset things. You might schedule in a time to do some measurements and talk about nutrition with the trainer or the coach that you're working with. Okay, plan something in advance so that when you are ready to get back into your health and fitness, and you are ready to take on your workouts again, that you're planning something that's going to support you in that respect. Okay, you're planning ahead and you're ready to come back, okay, once you're fully recovered. More often than not, that's the challenge for most people, is they don't plan a going forward plan after they've been sick. They focus exclusively just on getting better and recovering, which is absolutely important, but you can also put systems in place to get you back on track once you're ready. Okay? Working out and fitness it's like taking a bath. You have to do it, or not taking a bath, but taking a bath and taking a shower. It's something where you have to do it on a regular basis. You can't go 5 or 6 days without showering or taking a bath, because people around you aren't going to want to be around you. So to use that with the fitness and health analogy, you need to be working out on a regular basis, or you're going to start to lose the gains that you're making. Okay? And I'm not saying that you have to work out 5 or 6 or 7 days a week, but you have to do it on a regular basis. Obviously, there's going to be a different frequency compared to taking a shower or taking a bath. But the moral of the story is you have to do it on a regular basis. Okay, working out 1 or 2 times a week, or working out for 1 week and taking a break for 3 or 4 weeks isn't going to cut it. Now, when you're sick, obviously that's an exception, and that's something that you're just going to have to work around, and you're just going to have to be with, and you're going to have to just make a going forward plan for when you do feel better. So that's what I would recommend, Chris, to stay motivated when you're feeling sick, is to have that going forward plan. If you're not experiencing, a serious flu or a serious head cold, then do light activity to keep you in the habit of working out and keep you in the habit of exercise. The other thing I will add into this as an answer is watching nutrition as well. When we get sick, we tend to alter our diet drastically. We tend to eat foods that are lighter, more liquids. We tend to gravitate towards more carbohydrates, more breads, more soups, things like that. That's fine. What I would recommend when you're sick is staying in line with your eating plan and your eating regimen as best as you can. Okay? You're probably not going to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect when you're sick. You just have to make sure that you're not deviating too much away from your regular routine. So that might mean you're drinking more liquids, you're eating more soup, maybe you're having a little bit more starch and more bread. That's fine as long as it's not too much of a deviation from what you normally do. Okay, people tend to use getting sick as an excuse to just completely blow their diet and their nutrition plan and eat wherever the heck they want. That doesn't work either. Okay, you got to find that happy medium. The reality is when you're sick, you're probably not going to be eating 100% on par for what you normally do on your day-to-day routine. Okay, but you've got to have a variation of that. Okay, so that's the other thing I would add in. Watching that nutrition, making sure it doesn't go off the rails too much. I'm David MacDonald from Vitality Fitness Calgary. Thank you for tuning in to Q&A Thursday. If you have any questions that you would like us to answer, please post them below. Okay? When you watch this video on Facebook, you can post it in the comments section. The other thing you can also do is you can reply to our YouTube video. This video is going to go up on YouTube. It's going to be on our YouTube channel. You can reply to that with a question, and we'd be happy to answer it in our future Q&A Thursday episodes. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon.